Amid the brilliant sprawling starry sky of scientific history, one shining star was deliberately dimmed and cast into shadow. Rosalind Franklin, a lone devoted female researcher observing quietly deep within the cold, quiet confines of the laboratory, captured one fleeting decisive moment that would shape the hidden blueprint of all human life and natural existence. Yet in an era shrouded in deep-rooted gender prejudice and unfair academic bias, the extraordinary glory she deserved was stolen away. Polished and mounted as a sparkling jewel upon the crowns of others, tonight beneath the soft gentle glow of warm faint firelight we step back into this somber quiet chapter woven with silent dedication, unfair neglect, and the slow gradual revelation of long-buried truth. Many vital truths hidden within the layers of history require decades to break free from thick dust, ignorance, and deliberate concealment before they can finally reappear in the clear light of day. Rosalind Franklin held the most crucial, irreplaceable key capable of unlocking the age-old mystery of DNA and the secrets of biological inheritance, yet her bright, promising life faded away quietly in the tenderest, most vibrant years of her youth. This is the solemn story of an unsung martyr of scientific research, marked not by fierce conflict, bitter quarrels, or dramatic confrontation, but only by endless patient watching, silent dedication, and countless lonely hours spent before cold microscopes and precise experimental equipment. Close your eyes gently and follow this soft, soothing narration as we look back upon that stolen scientific miracle and honor the quiet genius history chose to forget. If all living life upon this earth holds a tangible, invisible shape woven from hidden molecular structures, she was the very first soul to see and understand it clearly. Rosalind Franklin, one of the true pioneering discoverers of the iconic DNA double helix structure, was ruthlessly pushed into the dark margins of history just before well-deserved fame, honor, and worldwide recognition could find her. This gentle evening tale carries no hidden schemes, bitter rivalry, or calculated ambition. It centers solely upon one woman's pure, unyielding perseverance and sincere devotion to the unvarnished pursuit of universal truth. Sink slowly into calm, unrushed narration and light a quiet, peaceful lamp in remembrance of this forgotten quiet saint, restoring long overdue peace and respect to her overlooked legacy. Pause for a moment to wonder if life itself forms an invisible winding ladder stitched into every cell, tissue, and living creature who truly stood alone in the dark to light its first faint guiding flame. In most standard history textbooks you will only encounter three celebrated male names frozen in timeless photographs, shaking hands, sharing triumph, and accepting the heavy gleaming golden Nobel medal in glorious celebration. Yet few pause to question the untold story lingering behind that grand scientific celebration, a quiet, overlooked shadow, deliberately erased, silenced, and hidden from public memory. She alone possessed the clearest, most vital photograph holding the complete answer to humanity's deepest biological secrets. Yet at the exact moment this monumental truth stood ready to change the world, she was locked outside the door, denied recognition, credit, and a place among history's greatest minds. Tonight, accompanied by the soft, steady flicker of cottage firelight, we walk through this gentle, unhurried narrative and uncover the full, tender truth of her poignant life. Her name was Rosalind Franklin, a graceful, resolute martyr advancing bravely and elegantly toward eternal remembrance within an unwelcoming, biased laboratory environment dominated by male authority and outdated prejudice. This is a legacy of stolen honor and unacknowledged sacrifice, a tender, heartfelt ode to life composed silently beside glowing laboratory equipment and cold microscope lenses. Breathe slow and calm, and let your thoughts drift back to that quiet, somber afternoon filled with faint radiation, hum, precise scientific instruments, and hours of steady, unwavering observation. The heavy, lingering mist of 1950s London hung thick and heavy over every narrow street, quiet alley, and institutional building, mirroring the stifling, oppressive atmosphere filling the research halls of King's College London. Every corner of the laboratory felt cold and rigid, lined with bulky, cumbersome X-ray diffraction machines, tangled wires, metallic surfaces, and hard, unyielding equipment. Rosalind Franklin sat alone for hours, immersed in meticulous work, guided by an innate, relentless pursuit of flawless precision and perfect accuracy. Every slight adjustment of experimental parameters, every careful development of fragile photographic film was carried out with reverent focus, strict discipline, and near sacred dedication. At that pivotal turning point in biological science, the entire academic world buzzed with restless speculation, curiosity, and heated debate. Every leading scholar raced to uncover the hidden, mysterious structure of DNA, the fundamental molecule carrying genetic information shaping every living being across the natural world. No one could answer the critical question hanging over every research lab: was DNA a tangled, chaotic mass of scattered fibers, or arranged in an intricate, ordered geometric formation? While male colleagues engaged in loud, impassioned arguments, bold late-night speculation, and reckless, unfounded theories fueled by casual conversation and friendly rivalry, Rosalind remained steadily grounded in quiet, focused solitude, tending patiently to Her delicate complex instruments she placed unshakable faith in hard collected measurable data, clear experimental results, and honest black and white images projected by penetrating radiation cutting through organic matter to reveal invisible molecular patterns. It was within one long silent undisturbed midnight hour that she captured the single most influential image in modern biological science. The legendary photograph numbered 51 upon the developed film emerged a crisp, flawless, distinct X-shaped cross, a striking symmetrical mark as if etched deliberately into life's fundamental blueprint by a higher universal force. Inside the quiet laboratory, only the low constant hum of running machinery broke the heavy stillness as Rosalind stared down at the newly processed damp photograph slowly drying in the cool air. In that profound moment her heart and mind most likely reached beyond physical observation, touching the subtle hidden rhythms and profound secrets governing all life on Earth. Still unaware, this unparalleled groundbreaking discovery, born from endless patience, precise skill, and quiet dedication, would become the source of unbearable sorrow, unfair betrayal, and irreversible tragedy, shaping the rest of her brief, fragile life. Rosalind Franklin was never truly alone within the shared laboratory walls, yet overwhelming loneliness lingered around her every hour, amplified by subtle exclusion, quiet hostility, and deep-rooted gender bias. Her fellow colleague Maurice Wilkins maintained deliberate cold distance, subtle resentment, and constant quiet alienation toward her. In that conservative, unenlightened era, an exceptionally intelligent, fiercely independent, unyielding female researcher stood viewed as an uncomfortable threat to male dominance within professional scientific spaces. They passed one another silently along narrow institutional hallways, the air thick with unspoken tension, academic arrogance, unspoken resentment, and silent unresolved friction, while Rosalind devoted countless hours double-checking, verifying, refining, and perfecting every recorded data point, preparing to publish solid, credible conclusions with careful caution and scientific integrity. Wilkins committed an unforgivable act that would alter the entire course of scientific history forever. Without permission or hesitation, he secretly unlocked her private desk drawer, removed the priceless confidential photograph 51, and traveled to Cambridge to reveal the crucial image to two young, ambitious, emerging scientists, James Watson and Francis Crick. The moment they laid eyes upon that perfectly defined X-shaped structure, every vague, incomplete, scattered theory instantly clicked into clear focus. That single silent visual evidence ignited their imagination, solved every complex puzzle, and provided the missing foundation needed to construct the complete DNA model. Watson later confessed in written memoirs that his throat tightened, his breath caught, and his heart raced with sudden, overwhelming realization upon seeing that extraordinary silent image. All of this unfolded hidden in secrecy behind closed doors, while Rosalind continued working diligently in a separate section of the same building, carefully logging minor daily experimental errors, adjusting equipment, and refining ongoing research. She remained completely oblivious to the quiet betrayal unfolding only steps away, still faithfully guarding the universal secret she had uncovered, believing her work belonged to honest scientific progress shared openly for all humanity, never suspecting her life's most vital achievement would be taken without credit, explanation, or acknowledgement to fuel others' rapid rise to worldwide fame. This profound quiet betrayal hidden behind calm, ordinary daily routines cut far deeper than loud open conflict, yet she responded with quiet grace, silent resolve, and unbroken focus, simply adjusting her glasses, returning to her work, and continuing endless rounds of careful observation and detailed analysis. In 1951, the renowned scientific journal Nature published the revolutionary research paper that redefined modern biology and reshaped human understanding of life itself. Watson and Crick formally introduced their groundbreaking double helix model of DNA, capturing global attention, academic praise, and everlasting fame. Every core foundation, key visual clue, and critical structural detail supporting their celebrated discovery traced directly back to Rosalind's uncredited work, yet her monumental contributions were reduced to a vague marginal footnote buried deep within fine print, framed as mere technical assistance from a minor supporting lab worker. Far from bitter resentment or public outrage, Rosalind carried strong, dignified self-respect and unwavering professional integrity. In her private journals, she wrote gently yet firmly that scientific discovery and daily life should never be fully separated. Each careful observation, every honest experiment, and every pursuit of natural truth formed the complete, meaningful fabric of her existence. For her, uncovering hidden natural laws, exploring microscopic structures, and decoding biological mysteries represented life's purest, highest purpose, while fame, recognition, and public acclaim felt distant, unnecessary, and entirely irrelevant to her true calling. In the following years, she chose to walk away peacefully from the suffocating, biased environment of King's College, leaving behind uncredited work, unresolved injustice, and unspoken disappointment. She redirected her brilliant precise mind toward studying complex virus structures thriving within fresh research projects, new challenges and independent exploration. Her demeanor grew quieter, more introspective and gently resilient, balancing rigorous laboratory work with quiet personal joy, hosting intimate gatherings within her small Notting Hill apartment, sharing thoughtful discussions on classic literature, soft music and peaceful mountain climbing adventures with close, trusted friends. Only in quiet, solitary late-night moments would she occasionally pause to gaze thoughtfully at her old experimental negatives, lingering reminders of the stolen glory and unrecognized breakthrough that history had overlooked. Decades of prolonged, unprotected exposure to powerful, penetrating X-rays slowly planted invisible, fatal damage deep within her body, a silent, hidden consequence of her dedicated, hands-on research work in the prime of her intelligence, creativity and capability. Surrounded by unfinished studies and promising discoveries, she received a devastating diagnosis of ovarian cancer. Even facing terminal illness, she refused to surrender or slow down, continuing to revise research papers, correct tiny punctuation marks, refine detailed analysis, and uphold strict scientific standards until her very last breath. Her love for scientific exploration remained calm, restrained, sincere, and unshakable. Long after the world prepared to crown new heroes and celebrate triumph, she slipped peacefully away into quiet, eternal rest, denied the chance to witness the lasting impact of her own revolutionary work. Rosalind Franklin passed away peacefully within a quiet London hospital room in 1958 at the tragically young age of 37. 4 short years afterward, Watson, Crick and Wilkins stood side by side upon the prestigious Nobel Prize stage in Stockholm, receiving the highest honor in global science, yet strict Nobel Foundation rules prohibited posthumous awards, permanently sealing her away from official recognition and historical credit on that celebrated, globally broadcast evening. The entire world rejoiced, honored the three laureates, and completely forgot the quiet female researcher who first visualized the DNA double helix through tireless labor, sacrifice and precision. Decades slowly drifted by, faded personal journals, hidden letters, overlooked lab notes and buried historical records were gradually rediscovered, uncovered and brought into the light piece by piece, allowing the full, untold truth to finally emerge. People everywhere came to understand the undeniable reality. Every delicate step forming that elegant, famous double helix structure owed its existence to Rosalind's lonely, meticulous labor, silent dedication and overlooked perseverance. Returning to the quiet question posed at the opening of our story, who truly lit the first lantern illuminating life's hidden winding ladder? In the gentle clarity of hindsight, stolen glory, temporary neglect and unearned recognition no longer hold any lasting weight or sorrow for her enduring legacy. What she gifted to humanity remains timeless, unchanging and infinitely precious. A deeper, clearer understanding of biological life, cellular inheritance and natural science, one of the most graceful, poignant, silent silhouettes etched forever into scientific history. Whenever we pause at night to reflect on human complexity, hidden injustice, untold struggle and remarkable genius, we remember the solitary woman working patiently in fog-shrouded London laboratories, carefully developing fragile film and capturing history's most vital unseen image. May this quiet evening grant you the same gentle, unyielding resolve, sincere passion and pure, unwavering dedication within your own ordinary daily life. Now night has fallen deep outside. Every tangled story of competition, hidden betrayal, stolen credit and long-forgotten sacrifice fades into steady, peaceful breathing, and quiet stillness. Settle gently into quiet release. Let go of daily weight and unspoken burdens, and close your eyes softly, drifting into a pure, tender dream, wrapped in quiet justice, long-delayed respect and timeless gratitude. Good night.